For those in the know, the New York City underground hip-hop college radio broadcast called The Stretch Armstrong and Babito Show, airing from 1990 to 1999 on WKCR-FM, was a game-changer. It presented independent underground hip-hop artists, comedic interludes, and freestyles from some lesser-known greats of traditional boom-bap hip-hop, and also introduced soon-to-be megastars like Nas, Jay-Z, and Wu-Tang Clan. For those of us outside the reach of those Big Apple airwaves, the best way to experience the cultural impact of such a movement was via a few ways: mixtape cassettes, the internet, and by extension the purchase of music published by the artists featured on the broadcast. Nearly 700 miles away in the small college town of Muncie, Indiana, a few local listeners were tuned into the spirit of the age. Artists such as MF Doom, MF Grimm, Science of Life, Cenobites, Juggernauts, and more were some of the inspirations behind the duo of brothers based there known collectively as Mystery School. Deadbeat Poet of Mystery School consumed the audio by way of the aforementioned channels and shared it with his younger brother Compound the Chemist. This seemed like a natural progression from Deadbeat Poet's prior history as a studious observer of hip-hop, spending hours listening to artists such as Brand Nubian, Poor Righteous Teachers, X-Clan, Cypress Hill, EPMD, Public Enemy, and others. Being in a town like Muncie provided an isolated artistic environment during that time, with most music listeners in the region preferring a more commercialized selection. When hip-hop became more popular and, by residual effect, its musical content more formulaic, connoisseurs of a less diluted form of the art sought out more obscure avenues. During his high school years, Deadbeat Poet had been part of a crew of MCs known as Underground Logic, that consisted of GoldenEye, Phenom, Nel Chaos, Rez the Hitman, DJ Fresh, Spy, and others. Deadbeat Poet and GoldenEye incorporated a label and released a cassette single called Dark Ages Compilation Volume 1, produced by Spy and recorded at Studio D in Summitville, Indiana.
Leave your articles and particles like ions. These icons, cause niggas all shook up like ends of cry lines. So back up and look, cause we be running campaigns to put an end to those who give hip-hop a bad name. Whose world is this? Not Tony Montana's mine. I'm mighty, put ducks on ice like Anaheim. Y'all pantomimes ain't saying shit, minus all the lies and perfect. MCs for me, I keep behind the iron curtain, earning props non-stop and get hot like global warming. The formula, notorious like Biggie and Ammonia. It's unbelievable how I put...
Eventually GoldenEye and Phenom would form a group called Warheads and go on to release a single called Combine and Conquer featuring production and guest vocals by the other members of the crew.
Now we make moves quite kinetically, verbally, philosophically, and theoretically we dominate this mic for those who thought they had it sold up. But hold up, the verbal warhead just showed up. Young minds collaborate, frequently to build in this hip-hop build. Manifest skill for real, the reality is that we virtually unstoppable. Reversal of the building process, mission impossible. Now check me out now.
Deadbeat Poet decided to mentor his younger brother in the lost ways of an ancient form of hip-hop. A significant hub of the newly formed and rapidly developing hip-hop movement was Stevie Ray's House of Wax, a record store based on the campus of Ball State University. Its owner, Steve Smith, was a lover of music and a supporter of underground hip-hop. He held hip-hop events and open mics regularly, and new bonds were formed between local artists both in Muncie and surrounding areas due to this fresh opportunity to connect with like minds. Stevie Ray's House of Wax is where Deadbeat Poet and Warheads initially met fellow underground hip-hop acts such as Indianapolis's Lord Chamberlain and the Joint Chiefs, and Anderson, Indiana's CIAs, among others. Lord Chamberlain was a telecommunications student at Ball State and also hosted a radio show on WCRD-FM, the campus radio station. Deadbeat Poet soon found himself a mainstay at the Catacombs, a home studio in the basement of Lord Chamberlain's shared house, where his group Science of Soul regularly developed ideas and created music. This partnership resulted in Deadbeat Poet appearing on Lord Chamberlain's album The Wretched of the Earth and later led to the recording and release of Deadbeat Poet's debut solo album Dawn of the Dead, as well as a crew album by Marksman.
Working
plantations turn the man to burning sand. Eternal damnation, burning churches in Birmingham. Would you face the east or praise the beast? Insomniacs pray for sleep every day of the week. Deadbeat is conscious without milk in my coffee. I wanna sell millions of copies like killing me softly. As I tear a page out and serenade the dark era's age behind the bulletproof barricade until my hair is shaved. It's like lifting weights on the instrumental tape. On ice, bitches wait to figure skate and carve a figure eight.
During this time, Deadbeat Poet, Warheads, CIAs, and Lord Chamberlain participated in a very significant event in the history of the local hip-hop scene of that era. Chicago's All Natural performed at a popular venue called Docks in downtown Muncie. This event was well attended and also featured a who's who of artists from both Muncie and Indianapolis. Capital D, also known as David Kelly, the MC of All Natural, went on to become the chief legal officer for the Golden State Warriors. From this point, Deadbeat Poet reconnected with his former crew member Nell Chaos to become a producer and featured guest for Nell's newly formed group, Unleashed. Deadbeat Poet's contributions appear on the Road Dogg Records release called Unleashed the Album.
Sipping Budweiser, baptized in blood and fire. Plugged in wire, drug suppliers, true thugs and liars. Right now it's like a fifth of rolls, a Michelob, when liquor flows. 40 OZ slowly can leave a nigga blow. Flick off the ash, twist off the bottle cap and swallow half. Genetic alcoholic, so I follow the path. I found the code and download the hard drive drama. Back in the archives with some dark eyes vodka. Niggas nervous till they guzzle liquid courage and get they buzz on like electrical circuits in the heat.
Deadbeat Poets group Mystery School went on to release a project presented by the late Kevlar 7 of Detroit's Wu-Tang affiliated Wiseman. A highly memorable accomplishment for late 90s underground hip-hop in East Central Indiana is when Muncie was recognized in national hip-hop publication Blaze magazine's November 1999 issue. This issue features Goody Mob on the cover. Deadbeat Poet and other members of his crew are listed in a section highlighting their hometown. Mystery School was also recognized alongside Spy in a multiple-page article in Indianapolis entertainment publication Nouveau magazine in the year 2000. The article was written by Steve Hammer.